With these can-do videos, you'll see real-life situations where you have to introduce yourself, talk about your family, or give your contact information. So, by the end, you can do them yourself in Chinese. This video is a small portion of our can-do course. To get the full course, including translations, grammar tools, and assessment tests, click the link in the description. Welcome to Can-Do Chinese by ChineseClass101.com.
大家好，我是李嫣如。Hi everyone, I'm Yanru Li. In this lesson, you will learn how to give your email address.
This is Karen Lee, and she's at City Hall registering her address. The civil servant who is helping her asks, "What is your email address?"
您的邮箱地址是什么？
Listen to the conversation and focus on the response. Ready?
您的邮箱地址是什么？
我的邮箱地址是 karen@inolan.com。
Once more with the English translation.
您的邮箱地址是什么？
What is your email address?
我的邮箱地址是 karen@inolan.com。
My email address is karen@inolang.com. Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can-Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
Let's take a closer look at the conversation.
Do you remember how the civil servant asks, "What is your email address?"
您的邮箱地址是什么？
First is
您的
your.
您的
This starts with
您
you when using formal Chinese.
您
Is often used to show respect to a person, such as a senior citizen or a customer.
您
Now, you might be more familiar with
你
meaning you.
你
As this is a city office setting, the speaker chooses to use the more formal.
您
Next is
的
the possessive marking particle.
的
Think of
的
as a way to indicate possession. The word it follows possesses the thing that comes after it. In this sentence, it marks
您
you as the possessor. Together it's
您的
a formal way to say your.
您的
Next is
邮箱地址
email address.
邮箱地址邮箱地址
There are two parts to this. First is
邮箱
literally mailbox, but it refers to the electronic mailbox in this context.
邮箱邮箱
Next is
地址
address.
地址地址
Together it's
邮箱地址
email address.
邮箱地址
Remember this because you'll see it again in Karen's response. Next is
是
In this case, it's like the is in what is your email address?
是
Last is
什么
what.
什么
Altogether, it's
您的邮箱地址是什么？
this literally means your email address is what, but translates as what is your email address?
您的邮箱地址是什么？
Remember this request. You'll hear it again later.
Let's take a closer look at the response.
Do you remember how Karen says, my email address is karen@inolang.com?
“我的邮箱地址是 karen@inolan.com。”
First is
我的
my.
我的
This starts with
我
I.
我
After this is
的
the possessive marking particle.
的
Together, it's
我的
my.
我的
Next, do you remember the word for email address?
邮箱地址
Email address.
邮箱地址
Together,
我的邮箱地址
my email address.
我的邮箱地址
Next is
是
here it's like the is in my email address is.
是
Next is Karen's email address.
KAREN @inolan.com
First is the name Karen spelled out.
KAREN
Next is the @ sign, usually pronounced as
@@。
Next is Inolang. Most Chinese people would pronounce it as
Inolan.
After that is
点
dot.
点
Note, in North China, people tend to put an ER sound after the final syllable of many words. So in a northern accent,
点
would be pronounced as
点儿
last is com, usually pronounced as
com.
together. Karen's email address is
KAREN @inolan.com
altogether it's
我的邮箱地址是 KAREN@inolan.com
my email address is karen@inolang.com.
我的邮箱地址是 karen@inolan.com。
The pattern is
我的邮箱地址是 email address
my email address is email address.
我的邮箱地址是 email address
To use this pattern, simply replace the email address placeholder with your email address. Imagine your email address is
LIPI n g at ignoland 点 com。
Say, my email address is liping@inolang.com. Ready?
我的邮箱地址是 liping@inlowland.com。
My email address is liping@inolang.com.
我的邮箱地址是 liping@inlowland.com。
In China, Mandarin is often referred to as 普通话, meaning common dialect or common tongue, and almost everyone in China speaks it. Apart from this common dialect, there are over 200 local dialects in China. People from different parts of China are likely to have a variety of accents when speaking Mandarin and foreign languages. The way English letters and words are pronounced in this lesson may be different depending on where the speaker is from. When having difficulty understanding someone in Chinese or English, such as when getting someone's email address, it's better to double-check with the person you're speaking with to make sure you understood correctly.
Let's look at some more examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
我的邮箱地址是 karen@innoland.com。
我的邮箱地址是 liping@inlowland.com。
我的邮箱地址是 ben@innolang.com。
我的邮箱地址是 lin@inlowland.com。
我的电子邮箱是 yl@innoland.com. Did you notice how I gave my email address?
Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool, so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can-Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
我的电子邮箱是 yl@innoland.com.
My email address is yl@inolang.com. Instead of,
邮箱地址
the speaker said,
电子邮箱
which literally means electronic mailbox, but translates as email.
电子邮箱
The pattern is,
我的电子邮箱是 email address.
my email is, email address.
我的电子邮箱是 email address.
This can be shortened even further.
yl@ ignoland 点 com。
The entire first part,
我的电子邮箱是
my email is omitted here because it's clear from the context the speaker is giving their email. This is the shortest answer to a request to get your email address. You should be aware of this sentence pattern, but for this lesson, we use the pattern.
我的邮箱地址是 email address。
My email address is email address.
Let's review. Respond to the prompts by speaking aloud. Then repeat after me, focusing on pronunciation. Ready? Do you remember how to say come? Come. Come. And how to say .com. 点 com. 点 com. Do you remember how to say inolan.com? inolan.com. inolan.com. Do you remember how to say the @ sign? @. And how to spell Karen? Karen. Karen. Do you remember how to say email address? 邮箱地址。邮箱地址。And how to say my email address? 我的邮箱地址。我的邮箱地址。Do you remember how Karen says, my email address is karen@inoline.com?
我的邮箱地址是 karen@inolan.com。
我的邮箱地址是 karen@inoline.com. Do you remember how to say what? 什么？什么？ And the formal way to say your. 您的。您的。Do you remember the formal way to say your email address? 您的邮箱地址。您的邮箱地址。Do you remember how the civil servant asks, what is your email address?
您的邮箱地址是什么？
您的邮箱地址是什么？
Let's practice. Imagine you're Mark Lee, and your email address is
mark@inolan.com。
respond to the civil servant's request. Ready?
您的邮箱地址是什么？
我的邮箱地址是 mark@inolan.com。
Listen again and repeat.
我的邮箱地址是 mark@inolan.com。 我的邮箱地址是 mark@enolan.com。
Let's try another. Imagine you're Sasha.
SASHA.
Ready?
您的邮箱地址是什么？
我的邮箱地址是 sasha@enolan.com。
Listen again and repeat.
我的邮箱地址是 sasha@enolan.com。 我的邮箱地址是 sasha@enolan.com。
Let's try one more. Imagine you're Haitao.
HAITAO.
Ready?
您的邮箱地址是什么？
我的邮箱地址是 haitao@enolan.com。
Listen again and repeat.
我的邮箱地址是 haitao@enolan.com。 我的邮箱地址是 haitao@enolan.com。
This is the end of this lesson.
Now, here's what you can do to cement this conversation in your head. Review the conversation with our dialogue tool and lesson transcripts. Study the key words and phrases with our spaced repetition flashcards. Review the key grammar and cultural tips inside the lesson notes. And test yourself with our assessment tests. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to access our Can-Do course.
Now you know how to give your email address in Chinese. That's all there is to it. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.